Welcome back everybody to another video. Today we are doing a little bit of needed maintenance on the XJ. This has received little to no love and it needs a little bit of work on the steering. So we're going to start by just kind of freshening it up instead of, beefing it up. This one's not even a daily, so we're just kind of going to keep it in good shape. Just on first glance, I noticed it is missing all of its bump stops. They've just eroded away or fallen out. I have not had the wheels off this thing since I purchased it. Keeping in mind this only has 75,000 miles, it's not in terrible shape really. Brakes in good condition. Everything, no leaks. Like the grease boots are all intact, but we're gonna go ahead and service this. Brake lines, getting it all. But today we're just doing steering. Starting with cotter pins. Yep, I forgot, but I'll go ahead and slide some jack stands under there. Okay, I've got the old one out and the new one ready to go in. The one on the bottom is from a ZJ, that's from an XJ. XJ has grease zerks, which is why it's from 91. The new one does not, because the auto industry doesn't want things to last, but we'll put it in there. ZJ has a solid steel bar. This is hollow. Alright everybody, I am doing the toe in here. I've got things set up a little bit. Measure the back, measure the front. I can just reach in here, rotate this, and make my adjustments. Great part about this system. Now that everything's aligned, I'm going to pull these alignment sticks, go drive it, and then center my steering wheel using that top part. Almost forgot to install the steering dampener. They're a little tricky, but not the worst thing to install. Bam. Alright everyone, we are replacing the shocks here. I've got these bolts. Super lucky. It's like 3 turns and that just came off with my fingers. It's down in there. That side also came off real easy, so no complaints. I'm now down at the bottom, pulling the bottom nuts and bolts out, and we're going to pull these shocks out. The old shocks are out, new shocks right next to it, Rancho 5000s. If you got a TJ or anything of that generation, just run that if you're going to go off-road or drive daily, whatever it is. I got the Fox. I know people with Bittelsteins. They run all kinds of other stuff. Everyone hates them. They always return to the Rancho. Just save yourself some time and get them. In we go with the new. Around this old brake line. Up we go. This is the hard part here. You gotta compress this thing. That'll make you leak a little bit if you're not careful. Alright, new hardware is right here. Old hardware was in good shape, like honestly, but this isn't metric. The shocks are now installed and good to go. I got a couple more things to button up on this, but that does it for the shocks. Rear shocks are all installed. I really like that that boot is actually a plastic tube, so that's kind of cool. But this should make for a significantly better rear riding shock. So when I picked this up, the previous owner told me they did a water pump and a thermostat, a radiator, and you know, they didn't do a great job. I had to pull the radiator, fix some coolant lines, transmission lines, get it right. And I've always been skeptical of that thermostat because honestly it just had a lot of inconsistencies to it. So I pulled it out today to make sure it was right. Thought maybe it was the wrong temperature. I was correct, it's the wrong temperature thermostat. In addition, they've drilled about 7 holes in it, which back in the day we'd drill one for venting, a real small one, but they jacked that all up, filled it with silicone. We don't do that anymore, people. Come on, we're past that, we just do it right. So cleaning this all up, got me a gasket, new thermostat, about to stick it in. Alright, we're going in with this thermostat. I got my new gasket here. It'll sit just like that. In a perfect world, bolt right up. We'll see what happens. That freaking bolt is gnarly. I should clean that up. This is an example of why I struggle to want to buy anything used and trust the previous owner. So if you're trying to sell something, this is why we don't trust you guys. Shady stuff that's just done wrong. This thing's not going to know what to do with itself. That's good and torqued. Alright, a quick recap on today. We did the front steering. That's done. It's better. It's way tighter. The front and rear shocks are done. Pride's good. Can't complain. And then I didn't plan on doing it, but I got the thermostat done today, and I'm glad I did, because this Sunday thermostat is not going to work for what I'm doing. I ran it. It gets the temperature. The fans kick on. I adjusted them correctly. And, yeah, things ready to roll. So thanks for watching. I got more to do. I'll bring it to you on the next episode. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. I think it'll tell you. If you don't want to subscribe, then don't. Whatever. But we'll see you on the next one. I guess that's not going to fit in the trash can if I don't take it apart.